Take a minute of your time and imagine the world without mathematics. Teaching platform, this is Mr. Mlonga, aka the teacher. My pupils calls me the teacher. We are here to do mathematics indeed. Be ready for the lesson that is coming forth. If you are new to this channel, you are welcome. Please subscribe so that every time we post a video, you are the first to be notified. We'll be posting videos every day. On the solving board today, we want to solve simultaneous equations using substitution method. So let's get to the board and see how we can solve them. These two equations are linear equations that can be solved using substitution method. So what do you do first of all? You use one of these equations to make one of the variables as subject of the formula. So I've labeled them as equation 1 and equation 2. So in this case, if we have to use equation 2, let us say 2x is equal to 3 plus 3y. What have I done here? I said you make one of the variables as subject of the formula. So in this case, I've decided to make x the subject of the formula. So what do you do here? You divide this side by 2, even there by 2. When you do that, these 2 and that 2 are going to cancel. So you just remain with the x on this side. These 2 are going to be cancelled. So from this point, we are going to have x is equal to 3 plus 3y over 2. Let this be our equation number 3. If that is our equation number 3, the next step is to now do the substitution itself. So now that we got equation 3 using equation 2, we can now use equation 3 into equation 1. So you get equation 1 and substitute for x in equation 1. So our x is this one. So instead of writing 5x, we are going to say 5 open brackets 3 plus 3y over 2 like that. Then minus 2y equals 17. In position of this x, we have written that because this is at this point more like the value of x. Then from there, we have a fraction and these are not fractions. The denominator here is 2. So what do? You can get rid of the denominator. How do you do that? This is a 2 and it's a denominator. So you multiply throughout by 2. So we multiply throughout by 2, meaning we have to write a 2 just outside there. We have these 2, such that at this point when you multiply the first term times that 2, it means these 2 will cancel with that. But that does not mean that we are not multiplying the same 2 by this term. So the first term times that 2, the 2's are going to cancel. But this 2 still exists for this term. This 2 still exists for this term. So what do we have at this point? What we have now, we have a 5, open brackets, 3 plus 3y for this term. Then minus 2y times 2 is going to give us a 4y. Then equals 17 times 2 is going to actually give us a 4 like that. Then from this point we can open the brackets. So to open the brackets, we are going to have 5 times 3 is going to give us a 15. 5 times 3y will give us 15y minus 4y equals 34. After this, what do we have next? These are like terms. They can be added or subtracted, meaning just from this point we have this and that. They will give us a negative, sorry, it will be a positive actually. This is 15 minus 4y, which will be 11y. Then the 15 will go the other side, meaning it will subtract. It will be a minus. It will be a negative 15. So you have 34 minus 15. It will give you 19. So we have 19 here equals 19. Then at this point now, what do we have? At this point, you have to divide both sides by 11. So you say over, in there, over 11. So 11, 11. Meaning that this one will cancel with that, such that we have y is equal to 19 over 11. This is our first value. This is the value of y. But you do not leave the final answer in improper fraction manner. So what you do is you change it to a mixed fraction. To change it to a mixed fraction, we are going to have, therefore, y is equal to 11 into 19. It will actually go there one time. The remainder is going to be 8, then over 11. This comes out as our answer for y. So from this point, we now have the value of y. We are remaining with the value of x. So we have to now go to the value of x. At this point now, what we want to find is the value of x. According to equation 3, we said that x is actually equal to 3 plus 3y over 2. Now that we found the value of y already, so it means we can substitute for y. So where there is y, you are going to write the value of y. Hence you have 3 plus 3. Where there is y, y is 19 over 11, like that. Then over these two. The moment you reach this part, this 2 is the overall denominator for that, meaning this 2 is actually dividing into everything that is there. So you have to deal with what is in the numerator, then you divide by 2. Therefore, to do that, what do? We first deal with this part. What are we going to have when we multiply through? We say 3 times 19. It will give us a value that we are going to work with. 3 times 19 is actually 57. So we are going to have 3 plus 5, 7 over 11. Then this 2 is dividing this. So we can still write it as divide by 2. It's okay even like that. Then from there, this is more like over 1. So even if you write yes over 1, it's still okay like that. Then from this point, what are we going to do? We'll say this is going to be equal to the common denominator. The lowest common denominator is 11. This 11. 1 into 11, it's 11. 11 times 3, it will give us 33. 11 into 11 is 1. 1 times 57, it will give us 5, 7. Then divide by 2 like that. When you add the 57, the 57 and the 33, you are going to get 90. So we have this is going to be equal to, this will be 90 because 7 plus 3 is 10. You write 0, you carry 1. 3 plus 5 is 8, plus that one 90. So you have 90 over 11. Then division. This is a fraction, so the division changes to multiplication. Then this 2 is more like over 1. When this changes to multiplication, this one is going to inverse, meaning it will now be 1 over 2. From there, what do? These 2 and that 90, there is a common factor, and the common factor is the 2 itself. So what happens in that case? You say 2 there and also 2 there. So these 2 there will just be 1. This 2 there is 45. So what do you have? You have a 45 over 11. This is an improper fraction. You do not leave the answer like that. So we are saying, therefore, x is going to be equal to 11 into 45. It will go there 4 times. Then because it will go into 44, the remainder is 1. So the remainder is 1, then over 11 like that. This is the answer that you can actually. This marks the end of our lesson. Please, if you have not subscribed, this is the time to do so, because every day we'll be posting videos, and it's important that every time we post a video, you are the first to be notified. Take a minute of your time and imagine the world without mathematics. We cannot be able to calculate or count the time without the use of mathematics. The calendar that we use is a product of mathematics. We only get to know that this is the year 2020 by the use of mathematics, by following the calendar Mathematically, the population of any country is a product of mathematics. You only get to know that it takes 9 months for a baby to be born through the use of mathematics. In the medical field, temperature is calculated using mathematics. In the business world, profit and loss is only appreciated by the use of mathematics. A bricklayer uses mathematics to calculate the number of bricks needed for that construction. A carpenter uses mathematics to calculate the gradient of the roof before the roof is put up. A policeman has to count the number of prisoners in that police cell through mathematics. A thief should be able to calculate the hypotenuse of that brick wall before falling off that brick wall. We all need mathematics. Mathematics runs the world.